Mass production means large volume of a standard product useful for goods, in this case food, in high demand. Given the unique geography across regions, this was a system that could succeed with leadership and the ability to trade. Self-sufficiency was the norm for budding civilizations. However, different regions and cultures had unique circumstances to profit from specialization. The Natufian culture of Jericho preceded settled agriculture, and success depended on processing salt and trading for other goods, such as wheat and obsidian. The key requirement was trade. Classical economics had reasonable explanations for the importance of mass production. British economist David Ricardo developed the concept of comparative advantage. For example, sheep thrived in Britain, but not vineyards. Mass-produced sheep trade for wine. Economies of scale indicate that cost per unit decreases as production rises, with Adam Smith given credit for the concept. Profit would rise with efficient mass production. Trade is the transfer of goods like food or services in exchange for something of equivalent value, which may have started over 100,000 years ago. Why? Trading was a dangerous profession with the chance of robbery high, but it meant adventure with the potential of substantial profits. Given that self-sufficiency is inefficient, trade improves economic success and also spreads ideas. The most famous trade route was the Silk Road across Eurasia. The most famous merchant trader was Marco Polo during the Middle Ages. The start date is a mystery. Examples at the village level probably happened early and often. A fishing community would trade happily for bread and beer. Then the early Natufian examples like Jericho. Farmers in Mesopotamia traded for livestock needed for food, leather, fleece, and draft animals. Metals were in demand when mining happened in limited areas, and metals meant improved tools and weapons. Financial expert William Bernstein wrote, Mesopotamian records tell of the exportation of surplus grain and cloth from the rich land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, as well as the importation of strategic metal, particularly copper, utterly lacking in its alluvial soil. This earliest access of trade ran 3,000 miles from the hills of Anatolia through Mesopotamia, out the Persian Gulf, across the shores of the Indian Ocean, and up the Indus River. The hubs of this trade were the successive great centers of Ur, Akkad, Babylon, and Nineveh, all located in modern Iraq. In his book Collapse, Jared Diamond described the historic ability of human cultures to collapse, beginning with the Green Sahara, Natufian and Neolithic cultures to most Fertile Crescent states. Ditto the Anasazi, Toltec, and Mayan cultures of the New World, even before the arrival of Europeans. According to Mark Bittman, the food system is complicated. Its components are multifaceted, and it's in rough shape. It's developed into a profit machine that ignores the way its components interact and depend on one another. It's not fair, resilient, or sustainable. A survivable society must be cooperative, with goals of equity, justice, and judicious treatment of the earth. Well, that's not really good news. Modern society in the developed world seems terrific, with an unlimited future, but Mother Earth says not so fast. The first mystery is, how did mass production happen? Second, what can we do about it? The third mystery is, what will be done and when? That is the scary unknown. Let's start with the first. How did mass production start? Next time on Food History and Mystery.